Hello and welcome back to the EDC Squirrel. I have a ton of flashlights strewn all over my place. I just couldn't stop acquiring a bunch of them. And one of those manufacturers is Olight. Now, I have this one that I got on a giveaway from Whatnot, and this video isn't exactly about the flashlights. It's just that I've been collecting, I've been acquiring. I don't really set out to collect them, a lot of flashlights, and a majority of them tend to be from Olight because I just happen to really like their flashlights. Got to the point of where I even got one of their Olight O pens. Really neat little pens. Again, I don't try to collect them. I just happen upon them and like what I see, and I might pick a couple up because I think flashlights are super handy. They started coming out with pocket knives, and I got really interested in what I was seeing. Unfortunately, since they were kind of new to the knife thing, I was kind of unsure about them. But I was lucky enough to acquire one from Amazon for a really good price. And that would be this one right here, the OKnife Duron. Now, when I say I got it at a good price, I don't know if it'll be running by the time this video ends up being uploaded, but it was roughly about 50% off what I normally see them. I think it was like a 50% off sale, and which would make this about 50 some odd dollars compared to the $100 that I normally see it on Amazon. Now, I'll try to get this video out as soon as I can, but there's a good possibility it might not be running when this video drops. So just keep that in mind if you go hunting for this particular knife on Amazon. Now, I have heard quite a bit about this particular knife, and I've been hearing some really good things about it. Now, obviously, this is my first time taking a look at it or having it in my hands. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little nervous and excited all at the same time. Nice box. And we have a knife pouch or taco. Now, inside the box, what do we have here? This says, each OKnife is finely tuned by hand and expertly engineered for the best possible performance. Stay sharp with your new OKnife team. Oh, nice. And we have also inside here, nice thank you at the bottom, and what appears to be documentation. Oh, it's got an arrow here. What's this? I don't know what this is. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to pull it from the top here before I go break something. I think that tab is just to help remove it from the box. We've got documentation. Thank you for purchasing. Talks about the warranty, how to maintain, and they even have a product overview. And also, I thought I saw, yep, we have a microfiber cleaning cloth as well. Might as well keep that out. And the cleaning cloth is branded. We'll put these back in the box for now. Then we'll take a look at what's in the pouch. Get in there. There we go. Now in the pouch we have, oh, pretty nice. Oh, pretty nice pouch, and looks like the pockets are velcroed for, I don't know, so you can keep whatever's in the pouch. But I saw something in there in one of these pockets, and it appears to be a challenge coin. I did not expect that. Get out of there. I want a good look at you. That is something I definitely did not expect to see. So we got a net pocketed pouch that's Velcro closured, and then a banded side where the knife is. Let's take a quick look at this. This appears to be a challenge coin, which I totally did not expect to see. OKnife Outdoor Elite OKnife on one side, and Duron OKnife folding pocket knife on the other. That's pretty cool. I really did not expect to get a challenge coin with this. Let's put that right down there. And then we have the knife itself. There's another closer look at the pouch. Pretty nice tackle, if you ask me. That's pretty cool. They really went all out on that. Let's see the knife. Okay. Ooh, still a little cool from the outside. Now, let's go through a few of the specifications before we move on. Now, according to their website, the handle is made out of an OAL super aluminum handle, which is, as they say, ultra lightweight, tough, and durable. It has a multi-step anodized handle finish, ergonomic design, premium Nitro V steel blade, and they, on the website, they state a 59, give or take 2 hardness, and an ultra hard PVD coating. Drop point style blade. And what do we have for measurements? Does it state the measurements on their site? Okay, so we have thumb studs for deployment. Like I said before, Nitro V steel. And we have a titanium coated stainless steel pocket clip, which does appear to be reversible. Overall length on this one open is going to be 8 inches, 4 inches when closed. Blade length is 3.5 inches. And a weight of 3.17 ounces. Okay, so those out of the way, let's take a closer look at this knife. Now, first things first, if we look at blade alignment when it's closed, we can see perfectly centered in there, so that's really good to see. We've got thumb studs on both sides. A nice, what is this, OD green? Yeah, it looks like an OD green made of OAL? Right there. And it appears to be a frame lock. The pocket clip looks like it's relatively deep carry. Kind of thin, and you got a little bend at the end. Hopefully that'll reduce snagging if you happen to like rub up against anything with this in your pocket. You have, I don't know if you'd call that a backliner because it seems to be a part of the scales. It's not a separate piece. And you have a lanyard hole or bar right in back there. Now, I do believe, I don't know if they stated that was ball bearings for the pivot. I did not see any mention of it. Oh, wait, nope, there it is. Okay, so we've got ceramic ball bearings for the pivot. So that's good to know. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, nice and quick deployment with those thumb studs and a very snappy lockup sound. Very easy to unlock with the thumb. I don't have to dig in for that frame lock. Easy enough to push it off to the side with the pad of my thumb. But very snappy deployment. That coating looks really, really nice. I'm looking at the blade here. Let's see. On one side, we've got what looks to be Nitro V. I don't know if that can be cleaned off, because it's a little... The etching seems to be filled a little bit with that coating. So not the cleanest etching there. But it does state Nitro V on this side. And on the other side, for branding, we've got Duron. And I would guess that's a model number. Or I don't think they serialize their knives, so I'd assume that's a model number. Now we got some jimping on the back where the thumb would be. A very minor choil sharpening. So you would hold back on it here. and I can get a full Gorilla Grip on this handle. It's pretty neutral. I do like the milling on the scales. It's smooth near towards the pivot, but not too slippery, and that milling towards the rest or on the rest of the scale is really actually quite nice. It's not, I mean, it's aggressive without being uncomfortable. You barely feel it, but it does provide a good amount of grip on that scale. Otherwise, nicely rounded edges, so no sharp bits. That pocket knife or the pocket clip, I can kind of feel inside my knuckle there, but doesn't feel uncomfortable. Doesn't feel like it's going to be doing anything harsh. So extended use doesn't appear like it'd be a problem even with a Gorilla Grip. Now, if I hold it like I normally would in this case with my thumb on the spine, that pretty much disappears. I can still feel the clip there, but I don't think it's going to be like uncomfortable in any way whatsoever. I do like that the pocket clip is inset and reversible. It feels really, really light. Now it did say these were aluminum scales, but I don't know, they feel different. I have plenty of knives with aluminum scales that I don't know how to explain it, but it almost doesn't feel like aluminum. I don't know if it's because of the coating or let's see, does it look like it's milled inside? Yeah, they are milled to save some weight. So they're not solid flat through and through. You can see where they've milled some spots in the scales. And it does feel really nice though. I do like that the handle is nice and neutral. And when closed, pretty clean lines. Not a whole lot of, you don't have any flippers sticking out or anything like that. It does appear like the thumb studs are the only way to really open up the knife, which is perfectly fine. And like I said, keeps the knife where basically leaves the knife with nice clean lines when closed. Now, the thumb studs do have quite a bit of grip to them. They're not overly sharp, but they haven't been smoothed out, so it's easy to get a nice grip with your thumb to pop those blades open. I don't feel like my thumb's going to slip off. And let's see if I can reverse flick these. Yes, I can. Although I got to practice that because I probably could have really cut myself. There we go. So even easy to reverse flick with the thumb studs. Still a very nice detent. And let's see that lock up. Like I said, it sounded really good. And I'm not getting any movement on the blade, either left or right, up or down. So nice, solid lockup on that. I do like the sound of that. It just sounds really secure. Really nice snap. And really nice and quick. Very comfortable in the hand, too. Surprisingly comfortable for how neutral this handle shape is. So let's see how that edge is right out of the box. Excuse me. All right. Real quick check. Not feeling any burrs on the edge. It's not a mirror polished edge or anything, but it does feel pretty good. I'm not seeing any dings or anything like that. Oh, that felt really good going through that paper. Even with having the paper at an odd angle, still managed to cut through pretty smoothly. Really nice finishing job on this blade from choil to tip. They did a really good job on that factory edge. I didn't see much in the way of debris sticking to that edge either. Just the barest amount of dust from that magazine paper. So very nicely done finishing on that one. Now, I really didn't know what to think. Like I said, I really like their flashlights. I don't necessarily collect them. I just have a lot of their flashlights because I think they are well made and they're really good flashlights. And when I heard that they were coming out with a knife of their own, I wasn't sure what to think. And especially considering how much they were asking for the knife. Now, I know they've got other models available now. They've let's see here. Like the Aeon, they've got like a utility blade model. They got a stealth now, and a few others as well. And again, I just wasn't sure what to make of it. And I thought I'd let others dive in and take a look. And everything I've been hearing about these has been pretty darn good. Now, I continued to stay away only because, again, the price, roughly $100, and I already had my eyes set on various other knives from various other manufacturers that, to me, were much more well known, have been in the business for quite a while, and so I figured I could trust. And this sort of got pushed off to the side. And once I saw that they had a sale running on Amazon, I just couldn't ignore it. So I decided to pick it up on a whim, and I'm really, really glad I did. This is a really nice knife. I mean, not much in terms of frills or anything like that. It's not super flashy. It does look good, really nice and sleek looking, actually. The color's great. I like the look of the handle, the way the milling's done is pretty nice. Now, I've heard that these are supposed to be extremely durable. I'm hesitant to test that out myself, but I have heard of people taking these knives and essentially trying to scratch the heck out of them with keys and things like that, and then they've held up without really much of any like scratches or anything essentially sticking to them. So while I'm not going to sit here and try to do that on purpose, I am going to see about carrying this one uh, a bit and seeing how it does when I have it in my pocket, let's say coins, keys, and things like that, and see how well it holds up. But so far, as far as first impressions go, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's really actually quite nice. Again, nothing flashy, but great snap, really good factory edge on it. I do like Nitro V steel. One of my favorite blade steels for budget blades. And I don't know if you consider this one a budget at a normal price of about $100, but seeing as I was able to pick it up for quite literally half of that, um, I don't know if that's something that's going to where it's going to be moving towards in the future, or I don't know how long this sale is going to be on Amazon. All I can say is keep a lookout. Um, Again, I don't know when this video is coming out, so I can't really tell you if that sale is going to be continuing by the time that this video is uploaded. But if you have the chance and it is still on sale, I would highly suggest checking this out. I will go ahead and put a link down below to the Amazon link where I purchased it if you want to check it out yourself. But really surprisingly nice blade. Very smooth, very quick, very comfortable in the hand. Nice and sharp. I have no doubt it'll do pretty much anything I need it, I need a knife to do. And it'll look good doing it too. I will say, look wise, in terms of the way the materials look, if you hadn't said what these materials were, price of about $100 would not surprise me. That's a pretty nice surprise. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you learned a little bit of something. If you have this knife, I have some opinions about it. Let me know. I'd like to hear about it. Again, I just opened this up. I haven't had a chance to really carry it around with me for any further, thoughts on it. This is just my initial look into it, but initially, I'm pretty impressed with it. I like it. That's a very loud snap, by the way. And pretty fidgety. But let me know in the comments below what you think. If you have one, if you've been looking into getting one, again, now's the time to do it. If they're still running that sale, let me know in the comments below. But thanks again for all your support. And if you liked what you saw, please drop a like down below. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that way you'll know as soon as I upload a new video. But let me know what you think. I'm pretty impressed. I like it so far. We'll see how it goes when I carry it. But first impressions, really, really nice. But thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.